The Draeger PSS 7000 is a modular design, open circuit, self-contained, compressed air breathing apparatus set. The total weight of the set, when made up with the cylinder, is 13.2 kilograms. The back plate is made from high-strength, lightweight carbon composite. One of the features of the backplate is that it has an adjustable yoke to fit one of three sizes: small, medium or large. To adjust the size, we simply compress the grey clips on the backplate and move the yoke up or down to suit our comfort. Here we can see the yoke is set to the smallest size. The harness is made of chloroprene rubber bonded to polyester fibre mix. This is a high wear resistant material and it has been designed to grip the wearer's PPE and prevent slippage and allows easy cleaning. The heavy-duty stainless steel friction buckles are designed in a way which will not allow the webbing to twist within the buckle, and they can be easily adjusted whilst wearing gloves. It should be noted that regardless of the shape of these buckles, they are not to be used to attach ancillary equipment such as torches or thermal imaging cameras to the breathing apparatus set. Any such equipment can be attached to the set using the D-rings, which are specifically designed for that purpose. The waist belt is secured using a heavy-duty Trident clip. Trident clip will continue to function even if any one of the three prongs on the male fitting are missing. The breathing apparatus cylinder is connected to the set via the cylinder connector, which is directly onto the first stage reducer. The cylinder connector incorporates a sintered bronze filter in the middle to ensure any small particles which may be present in the system don't enter the breathing apparatus set. The first stage reducer reduces pressure from cylinder pressure to between 6 and 9 bar. The first stage reducer has an inbuilt low pressure warning whistle. This whistle is set to operate between 55 and 65 bar. Coming out of the first stage reducer, we have three hoses. The first one is the high pressure hose. This high pressure hose will be carrying whatever pressure is in the cylinder. The high pressure hose leads directly to the modem. The modem is the electronic piece of equipment which measures the amount of air left in the cylinder and takes into account the wearer's breathing rate, and then gives the amount of minutes the wearer can be expected to remain in the risk area. The modem then transmits this information to the entry control board. It does this every 20 seconds. In order that this can happen, the modem has to have an antenna, which is indicated here. Also coming out of the first stage reducer are two more hoses. These are medium pressure, and the first of these leads directly to the demand valve. The demand valve further reduces the pressure down to just above 1 bar. It also performs a task of ensuring that air is supplied at the rate that the wearer demands it, rather than just free flowing. The demand valve has a green button, which is the reset button. This is used to reset the first breath mechanism, either before starting up the set or prior to removing the face mask. On the front of the demand valve, we have the bypass button. This is predominantly used for releasing the pressure in the set after shutting the set down. The second medium pressure hose coming out the first stage reducer terminates in the auxiliary air supply. The auxiliary air supply is used to supplement the wearer with an exterior air source in times such as during decontamination, or possibly when the wearer has become entrapped and needs to await rescue. The electronics of the set are powered by a 6.5 volt rechargeable nickel metal hydride battery. The battery will last up to 8 hours when fully charged and when the set is operating fully. The rear of the battery shows the battery terminals, and around that is a red O-ring which ensures a watertight connection and no moisture enters when it is in place. Prior to fitting the battery, a check should always take place to ensure this red O-ring is in place. When fitting the battery, it is important that you press down evenly on the 2 screws at the top of the battery. You will then hear 2 positive clicks and the chirping of the bodyguard. The screws should be tightened using a washer or a coin or something similar, and should only ever be tightened hand tight, as over tightening this screw could damage the back plate. The bodyguard incorporates both the gauge and also the automatic distress signal unit. The large button in the center of the bodyguard is to manually activate the ADSU. This would be done if a wearer is either in distress or maybe has become trapped and needs to summon help. The button on the left hand side is used to activate the light to enable the wearer to read the gauge easily during darkness. The button on the right hand side is used to communicate to the entry control board by sending signals which can be interpreted by the entry control operative. The face mask used with the Draeger set is a Draeger FPS 7000. It has a large distortion-free polycarbonate visor which provides you with exceptional wide field of vision. The mask is fitted with a 5-point head harness which means the adjustments can make the mask fit any shape of face. The head harness is held in place by buckles which are easy to undo even when you have gloves on. The face mask has two seals. The first one, shown here, is the outer double reflex seal. The second seal is the inner seal and is known as the orinasal. Looking directly into the orinasal, we can see the speech diaphragm, which helps to amplify the voice and make it sound more clear even when you're wearing the mask. Below the speech diaphragm, we have the exhalation valve. The purpose of the exhalation valve is to ensure that any carbon dioxide that we breathe out is pushed out into the atmosphere rather than re-inhaled. The mask is fitted with an electronic voice amplifier. This voice amplifier is switched on by pressing the green button on the side of the mask. A green light on the other side of the mask is illuminated to show that the voice amplifier is active. The face mask comes fitted with a earpiece. However, the earpiece is only active when fitted to a comms radio, which will allow the entry control officer to keep radio contact with that particular wearer. If the set is not fitted with a radio, then the earpiece has no significance at all. On the front of the mask, between the visor and the port that accepts the demand valve, you will notice a button. When this button is pressed, then it opens the clips that holds the demand valve securely in place. This button allows the easy removal of the demand valve when you want to wash the mask. The neck strap is fitted to take the weight of the mask and stop it hanging on the medium pressure hose, which could cause damage to the hose. The air supply comes from the breathing apparatus cylinder. This is a full wrapped carbon fibre composite cylinder. When fully charged, this cylinder is pressurized to 300 bar. That gives 2,430 litres of air. With the cylinder jacket removed, you will see that the cylinder is dove grey in colour. It also has black and white quartered shoulders. The black and white quartered shoulders denotes that it is breathable compressed air. The service have 900 of these cylinders, and each cylinder has to be tested every 5 years. In order that all the cylinders don't have to go away together, the service has a rolling program. And so, in order that we can keep track of each cylinder will have a unique number and a barcode. Prior to using any cylinder, it's important to check the certificate showing the test date. This certificate is attached to the cylinder. You can see here the old type certificate. However, cylinders tested more recently will have the one that we can see on the other side. The cylinder valve is fitted with an excessive flow valve, which is an internal safety feature which limits the amount of air coming out in the event of the valve being sheared. The cylinder is opened simply by turning the hand wheel in an anti-clockwise direction. It takes 2.5 full turns to fully open the cylinder. However, to close the cylinder, you need to pull the hand wheel out and turn it in a clockwise direction. This is a safety feature which prevents the set being shut down accidentally whilst you are wearing it.